Norma Desmond. Ah, look at me, look at me, look at me. Am I not wonderful? Am I not marvellous? I am so fit and strong and supple. I am a yoga fiend. Everything you do doesn't have to be broadcast. But merchandising, my dear, merchandising. It's all about merchandising. What? I mean, excuse me. You know, why didn't she ask one question? And I have lived through far worse. And no matter what you throw at me, I will survive it. Because decency, truth, and right are on my side. Because maybe, as far as she's concerned, Archie Bunker is the absolute ending classiness. Well, look at me, look at me. I've managed to work myself into this equation. Look at me, look at me. Because although I'm not a fortune teller, I can tell you something. This is not going to end well. It's not going to end well. So, Jai Jai. What an interesting nom de plume. We're dealing with Superwoman. Oh, gosh, I have to tell you, I do love some of these comments. I mean, some of you guys are so funny. You know, she looks as if she is carrying 4 elephants and is actually 13 months pregnant. Yes, well. Merch. As my mother used to say, rise above it. If it's an inconvenient fact, or if it's something that it's undignified to acknowledge, rise above it. How dare you try to steal my attention? I'm not standing for it. I wonder, felt they had to get in on the act. Now let me see. I mean, puerile. Yes, it's very unattractive of me to gloat, I know. It's really unattractive of me, and I really shouldn't be doing it. But shall I tell you something? I'm doing it, and I'm enjoying doing it. But shall I tell you something? Merch. Emily Alterio says, maggot. I do love some of you guys. I think you're such heaven. Dear, let's not belabor Harry's wife. I think when you are carrying greatness to the extent that she is, I think that you really should not overtax her with the burden of too much conscience as well. You know, conscience is a very pedestrian thing. Well, I will have lived to see everything. If that materializes. We're dealing with Superwoman. She hasn't been like Cassius Clay in the ring. Boom, 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 boom. Be good, kind, decent, and don't harm anybody. And when people harm you, never forgive, never forget. And at the first opportunity, plunge the knife in. That's the only way to deal with people when you're in the public eye. Otherwise, you get a reputation of being a soft touch. Well, no more. Granite is softer than I am when I'm crossed. I wonder, felt they had to get in on the act. Now let me see. You're dealing with people who have no concept of dignity, who have no idea of what decorum is all about. You are dealing with vulgarians of the greatest depth. They would make a gutter seem like an elevated conduit for clear water. Merch. No way, Jose. But isn't it entertaining that this sort of story is doing the rounds? It's so tacky. It is so tasteless. It is so vulgar. It is so disgusting in terms of decorousness, decency. What can I tell you? There's an old saying, if you lie down with dogs, you will come up with fleas. Unacceptable, déclassé, vulgar, and damaging as well. In life, as most of us will know, it's not what people know about you that ultimately counts. It's what you know about yourself.